What's up, not a car guy here. Today I just want to do a quick video on how to adjust or aim your Raxiom dual halo projector headlights. So let's get to it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is park your car about 25 feet away from a wall or some kind of surface that you can shine your lights on. I'm going to be shining it on a cabinet over here. And I've already measured. I'm roughly 25 feet away from it. The next thing you're going to want to do is measure the distance from the ground to the center of your low beam. What we do from here is we take the distance that we measured from the ground to the center of the headlight, and then we subtract 2 inches, and that is the height at which you mark your tape of where you're pointing your lights at. So in this case, I'm gonna put it on this wall back here. One thing to note, when you're marking where the beam should hit, if your car is not on a level surface, it's going to affect how close you get to the mark. I think my rear wheels were a little high, so it's probably going to point a couple inches lower than my mark. So it turns out that adjusting these headlights sucks. Theoretically, you're supposed to adjust these headlights from the top using a flathead screwdriver. There's a little gear down through the hole. Your screwdriver should fit into the teeth of the gear, and as you turn the screwdriver, it turns the gear and adjusts the direction of the headlight. There are 2 gears, and one adjusts the horizontal and one adjusts the vertical direction. It kind of works, but not very conveniently, because it's accessible on one side, but it's not accessible on the other dial from the top. These gears or dials, whatever you want to call them, are also adjustable with the Phillips head screwdriver from the back side. And this is why these headlights are such a pain to aim. You actually have to take the headlights out and adjust them, put them back in, and see if they're pointing closer to your mark. Not sure if you can see the tape, but it's pretty far below. However, that's about as high as I could get it to go. I think I'm going to try to bring it, that little crease in the headlight, back over to center a little bit. So now I'm going to turn it counterclockwise on the horizontal adjuster. Just a little bit. See if that makes any difference. Yeah, it went over a little bit. Now let's do the other headlight. I'm going to show you the adjustments and fast forward instead of cutting them out of the video, so that you have an idea of just how much I had to crank on these things to get them to move. So I can't tell by looking where the light is shining on the wall, but I have discovered a trick for stupid humans, and you can actually look directly at the headlight, and if it's shining straight and blinding you, well, you're somewhere in the ballpark. My passenger side headlight is shining straight, while my driver's side is, Lord knows where. I think it's staring at the ground or something. So that's another method you can use if you're willing to sacrifice those retinas like I am. So by the looks of it, it's actually shining on the ground pretty low. As you can see, maybe? Probably not, but the one on the left is closer than the one on the right. So I'm gonna adjust it to hopefully bring it up. That did seem to work. It's up higher, but it seems to be still pointing off to the left. All right, now that I have sufficiently blinded myself, I think I'll take the car for a drive and see if it's usable. These headlights have actually gotten a lot of complaints for this very same reason. I couldn't find a video on YouTube on how to aim or adjust them, so this is my best attempt at helping the community out. And you know, if anyone else has some tips or has gotten them to work pretty well for them, do tell. Please keep me in the loop. The other thing is I did buy an LED upgrade bulb that I will be trying as well. So we'll just, I'll have another video on that installation and see if it fixes the visibility issues. Here's a peek at what they look like when driving. The edges of the beam are very visible. You can kind of see them shooting out on the left, but you can also see the beams in the middle, more so in person than in the video. Here's a park shot to get a better idea of what I'm talking about. And you can see what the light beams look like and how wide of a range they cover. And here's the high beams, so you can see what that looks like. And to better illustrate the edges of the beam that stand out, you can really see them here. I don't know if this is unique to these headlights or if it's just the projector technology that has this characteristic, but it kind of tripped me out at first and took a while for me to get used to. Here's a look at the headlights with the low beams on. And here's a shot of just the parking lights with the halos wired to them. Alright, so I just got back from a drive and the headlights seem to work fine for me. They weren't incredibly visible. They don't extend very far, probably because I've got a smoke lens. I will be putting in the LED upgraded lights, and that should take care of any visibility issues whatsoever. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm not a car guy, but I will be. Giddy up.